So you're thinking about making the move to the greater Sacramento area and you really don't know Sacramento that well. Well, in this video, we're going to go over 5 of the most popular cities in the greater Sacramento area that you need to know about. We're going to outline them, go over the pros and cons on each one of them, and hopefully you get a little bit of an education in the area and some of the cities that people absolutely love and people are moving into. My name is Mark McDonough with the Mark McDonough team of Coldwell Banker Realty. Let's get into the video right now. And also, guys, if you love content about the Sacramento area, if you are thinking about making the move to the Sacramento area, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and if you have any questions or comments about this video or any other video on the channel, please put them down below because we answer all the comments and the questions on our live we do every Wednesday at 5:30. Let's get into the video right now. Now, before we get started on this video, understand that there's a lot of spots in the greater Sacramento area that are just amazing. But let's face it, a lot of people will call up based on what they hear from a friend, do research online, and these tend to be the 5 spots that we get calls for directly. So let's start with number 1. Folsom, California. Folsom, California definitely tends to be the most popular spot people are trying to move into. Now, popular for maybe they heard it from a friend, popular based on schools, location, or whatnot, but it's super popular. It'd be hard to find a realtor in the greater Sacramento area that didn't think Folsom was pretty much the number 1 call request they're getting from people moving in from other areas. Folsom's just pretty awesome. A couple high schools there that people absolutely love, Folsom High School and Vista High School. You got the Palladio for great shopping. You have old school, really amazing communities, American River Canyon North, you got Briggs Ranch, you got Empire Ranch, and you got all the new home building they're building in Folsom Ranch and Russell Ranch. Folsom, California definitely has it all. People absolutely love it as well too because they look at the monster appreciation Folsom has done. There's also tons of custom homes on the hill, like on Serpa or on Sundal on the other side. There's pretty much everything underneath the bat in Folsom, but you don't feel like you're too far away from everything. You're close to the Palladio and downtown's about 25 minutes away. People love Folsom, and chances are they know someone who actually moved into Folsom. Folsom gets recommended a lot to some of our buyers from some of their friends and family that have already moved into the area. So Folsom, let's say Folsom's number 1 on the most popular list in the greater Sacramento area. Now let's go on to number 2. Number 2, my opinion, and like I said, there's really no rhyme or reason to this, except I will definitely say Folsom probably takes the number 1 spot. Now, the rest of the 4, I think that it's just kind of like equally spread out. Each one has its pros and cons, different vibe for different people. Number 2, let's just do it because we're in Folsom. Dorado Hills, a little bit further up to 50. Dorado Hills has become a staple in the greater Sacramento area. We're talking nice views, some of the best sunsets and sunrises in all of the greater Sacramento area. Still super close to Folsom Lake. And also you have these amazing hills and communities like Serrano North, you got Blackstone, you got Promontory. You have some of these amazing all-star kind of communities that people absolutely love. It's a little further away than Folsom, but still people just love the whole tranquility, the wildlife out there as well too. There's not crazy wildlife, but there is wildlife. You feel like you're in the hills. It's really nice vibe out there too. Price point though in Dorado Hills has skyrocketed. Back in the day, Folsom and Dorado Hills were a little neck and neck. Dorado Hills right now, the price per square foot and the median list price is a lot higher in Dorado Hills by about $100,000, if not a little bit more. So Dorado Hills has definitely skyrocketed. I'd say out of all the areas that we're going to mention right now, you're going to see a lot of custom homes, luxury custom homes being built in Dorado Hills more than anywhere else of these 5 spots. So Dorado Hills is definitely super popular with builders like New Home Company at Ridgeview or Toll Brothers over at Hidden Ridge. Dorado Hills is definitely catering to a little bit more of the luxury vibe than some of the other areas in the greater Sacramento area. Great schools, great location, a little bit more of the resort style vibe, I'd say, and further away than Folsom. It's a pretty amazing spot. So you definitely should check out Dorado Hills. Now let's go to number 3. Number 3, we're going to go in, honestly, one of my favorite spots, not only because it's just so central, just because it's always been that heavy hitter in the greater Sacramento area. Granite Bay. Granite Bay with the schools, location close to Roseville shopping, and central, you know, like it's central to the 50 and to the 80. So if you're someone who works in Folsom, Granite Bay is right there. If you're someone who works in Roseville, right there as well too. Granite Bay kind of has it all. What you're going to notice in Granite Bay too is there's a lot of communities like Los Lagos, like Eden Rock, like Shelbourne that had these estate style homes. Eddie Murphy actually lived over in Los Lagos for a while in this amazing house. So in Granite Bay, what you're going to find is more like estate style homes. It's hard to get anything in Granite Bay underneath $1 million. Honestly, you're probably going to have a really high landscaping bill, but Granite Bay is a central location. A lot of our clients are moving in that area just just love it and only want Granite Bay, but it's super popular. And if you're someone moving in from another area, maybe the Bay Area, maybe Los Angeles, and you want something that's kind of secluded, private, estate style home on like acreage, close to Folsom Lake, but yet still super close to the mall and shopping, Granite Bay is definitely that spot you should be looking at as well too. Okay, now let's do two more. Number 4, we got Roseville. Roseville is another heavy hitter, guys. Roseville is really, really nice. And we're gonna kind of separate West Roseville and Roseville in two parts. We're gonna talk about Roseville. Roseville that's kind of like close to Rocklin, Roseville that's close to Granite Bay, Roseville that's close to the Fountains and the Galleria, the main shopping hub in the greater Sacramento area. Roseville is just awesome, but inventory is very, very low there. West Roseville, yes, we have a lot of new home building and everything too, but the Roseville area near Rocklin, Granite Bay, if something pops up on for sale in that area, it goes really, really fast. It's just an amazing spot. Schools, location, like I said, Roseville has a lot of our shopping. So you got like the what's called Apple Store over there, Restoration Hardware, Williams-Sonoma, Louis Vuitton, all those stores there. And that's kind of the only spot you're gonna see a lot of the stores like those. They're gonna be in Roseville. So that's why people like Roseville, because of the location, because it's always been a mainstay kind of area that everyone just kind of loved. It's on the 80, so it's a little bit different of a vibe than Folsom and Dorado Hills, but it's still super popular. Okay, and the last one on the list is got to be Rocklin. Rocklin is just a rocket ship, you know, with all the communities like Whitney Ranch up there, which I absolutely love. I mean, $80 HOAs for a pool. It looks like Cabo San Lucas out there, barbecue pits, cabanas, brand new home builders like JMC, New Home Company, Tim Lewis. Rocklin is pretty awesome. As far as the schools, Whitney Ranch and, you know, Rocklin High School, if you look at greatschools.org, no one's really complaining. Really great location as well too. Kind of like if you're in Whitney Ranch, you're probably around like maybe 15 minutes to the Gallery and the Fountains, unless traffic's hitting, and then you're talking about maybe 20 minutes, 25 minutes. For the most part, people love Rocklin. In Rocklin, you're going to see some nice communities like Whitney Oaks if you love to play golf, Whitney Ranch if you like more of that community vibe where you're living more on like a plateau and there's an elementary school right there. It's really, really a nice spot, and I'd say Rocklin definitely is very, very popular. A lot of the stuff you're going to also see in Rocklin is newer because we have a lot of building that happened in Whitney Ranch, and also now you have the two Tim Lewis communities. So Rocklin is definitely one of those spots that's really amazing. But the thing about Rocklin that's kind of different than other areas is the fact that you've got the Rocklin that's close to the 65 and close to the 80. Now, if you're on the Rocklin part that's close to the 80, where Tim Lewis is building their new communities, it's not really too far of a drive to downtown Sacramento. But if you're kind of by the 65 side, it can be a little bit more of a bear, and a lot of people definitely tend to do a little bit more of their shopping by Lincoln. Okay, guys, so those are 5 of the top spots. I wouldn't say that they're the top spots, but I would definitely say those are the ones we get the most calls from. And we do about 90% relocation, and that's kind of the calls we get, and these are the popular spots that they're picking. Okay, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. These are 5 of the more popular areas that people are moving into in the greater Sacramento area that you kind of need to know about if you're thinking about making the jump to the Sacramento metro area. My name is Mark McDonough with the Mark McDonough team of Coldwell Banker Realty. If you're looking for a team in the area, we would absolutely love to work with you, or if you have questions, give us a call. We're not hard to find. Okay, guys, we did 3 things just for you. Number 1 is we created this app. It is the Zillow killer. If you're thinking about looking for listings in the Sacramento area, guys, this has more than almost any other app that I've seen out there. It has new home companies as well too, and a great vendor list, downloadable right here. Number 2 is we created a relocation guide. It is the end all and be all for relocating to the area, downloadable as well too. And number 3, and this is the last one, guys, we're getting a lot of first-time home buyers who are thinking about starting the process. We created a guide from A to Z how to buy your first home, downloadable as well. Again, guys, this is Mark. Have a good one, and remember to subscribe, like, and comments and questions because we answer them all. Until next video.